Are we live yet? I think we're live. Hello to everyone. So this is going to be a live broadcast, but I'm really just going to be in and out. Hopefully, with this information, if anybody comes on, throw your questions. I'm here. For those who don't know, my name is J Essence, J Essence Journey, and I had the wonderful privilege like this past week of stumbling over the question of who am I and what do I do. And the reason why I stumble is because there's just been so many changes. So first I want to kind of talk to those people who ride with your girl. And I am creeping up on my 1 year anniversary, to which I will be doing something special here in Rwanda. And I came to Rwanda as an educator. And in my first year, I am now the CEO and creator of My Cousin Connection. Thank you, family, for that. I don't know what my title is. I need to go ask my partners. What is my title? But I'm Hatima Farms owner. I was a own. Is it owner or co-owner? Like, I'm trying to respect all the titles. Owner of Hatima Farms, which is a really major venture in my life. I absolutely love it. And being able to talk and be in the agricultural field the way I am, I love that. I probably need to have like a really private session or Zoom. Or just one called testimony or testify. Maybe I'll set up live so I can give you this new realization of myself. There's a couple people I need to go back and just thank because I think differently. And like I said, maybe I'll break that down and let you guys catch some of those gems or not. I also am the founder of Retire in Rwanda, which is a special tour package for those people who retire in Rwanda, and about to do some major marketing on that and creating that expertise and opportunities for those people. So those people who want to do that. And then J Essence Journey, J Essence Enterprises, J Essence Events, J Essence Designs. There are so many things that I do, and I appreciate all the energy that goes out to them. I really wanted to talk about the Vision 2025, but not 2025, 2050. And I'm going to do that. But I wanted to kind of say there's, I think, a couple of things on my heart. So if people are listening, I'll let you an opportunity to listen on. The reason why I named this one to saying, if you don't know anything else, what you must know about Rwanda is throughout this past year, there's been so many revelations, talking to people, seeing things, hearing things, being part of things, adventures, foods, restauranting, all of these different wonderful discoveries about Rwanda. And as well as there's been changes in land laws, changes in this and changes in that. And there's a lot of times when people from afar ask questions, and their questions are like, why? And I'll be honest with you, there's more questions or sometimes assumptions saying this is the reason why so and so did this, even though they have no, they're not at the table. What I have recognized is that Rwanda laid out their game for them. Like, I look like the football coach. Like, this is how we're gonna win the championship, fellas. They actually have what's called Vision 2050, and they had before Vision 2020, to which they accomplished a lot of their goals, and then they have Vision 2050. I want to give you guys this information, this free information, which is Googleable, and I'll make it easy for you. You can send me an email to J at My Cousin Connection, and I will email it to you. Because if you're authentically thinking about coming to Rwanda, you need to read this. Now, there's two different documents. There's like the long, formal 255-page document, but there's the abridged version, which is about 45 pages of excellent reading. And I'm going to give you a little taste of it because this is why this is so important. And a lot of people ask me a lot of questions. Y'all, I get my information from pages, black and white, going through these things. And the very first is just like, what is the Vision 2050? And when you read, basically, His Excellency had a State of Nation address December 2015. And he stated, quotes, this is where you go here. We do not want to be a status quo country or status quo people. See, the purpose of Vision 2020 was what we had to do in order to survive and regain our dignity. Did Rwanda do that? But now Vision 2050 has to be about the future we choose because we can and because we deserve it. Rwandans will not, this is still quotes, this is still all in the quotes. Rwandans will not be satisfied to live paycheck to paycheck, harvest to harvest, without accumulating wealth and financial security. They want to live close to the families they love and watch them thrive. They want access to world-class education right here at home. They aspire to travel the world in search of new ideas and experiences, unhindered by barriers, and then fly proudly back home to Rwanda because there's no other place they rather live. If this sounds right, then we are together. That means not alone, but all of us. I wanted to read that paraphrase first, and that's the end quote, because that sets forth the vision. See, Rwanda has gone from a different vision. In Vision 2020 was sole purpose of creating what was needed to regain strength. This is who we need to be in order for us to come away from what we were. And in that, that's where they created these systems with the visa, the immigration, with the systems, with building the economy, the fact that they did what they did in 25, 26 years and truly building up an economic first, from moving from poverty levels to where they are now, to becoming a hub for technology, wanting to become a hub for green energy. What happened in Vision 2020 is they set up what they had to do, quote, in order to survive and regain dignity. The question is now, 2020, who are we going to become in 2050? And that's where this whole new vision and master plan has come together. And basically, they have created a direction, next page, for the Rwanda we want. So this is like that moment. Let's slow down. That's this moment where, like, you finish New Year's Eve, you've written out your resolutions, you breathe in, you sighed, you wake up day one, and what is your vision? Who did you come? What resolutions did you set? And how do you authentically get there? And so that's what Rwanda did, is that they're saying that we're not going to just get stuck here where we are. We know what we are. We know what we're capable of. Here's what the leadership will do to move us forward. Okay. And you know good and well, a man with no vision shall perish. So going back through this entire thing, they're saying they're enabling pathways to achieve this ambition, energized by and no means content with the past 2 decades of success. In the past 2 decades, they reduced poverty, they increased incomes, they improved living standards, strengthened good governance, promoted homegrown solutions, established rule of law, maintained stability, promoted gender equality and women empowerment, and provided peace and security. So they're saying that they know they can go forward because look at the beauty of what they've done in the past. And they did do that. They created these pillars of structure. So now Rwanda aspires to transform its economy and modernize the lives of all Rwandans. I'm trying to skip this. Okay. Vision 2050 serves as the critical planning and policy blueprint to guide the efforts of all players, all of them, in Rwandan's development, including government, private sector, citizens, diaspora, civil society, and faith-based organizations, development partners, academia, and research institutions, and political parties. Everybody means everybody. So they've gone through this. They go back a little bit here, and they talk a little bit, once again, about the history, and once again, how the next phase of long-term development is focused on the transformation of the entire economy and society. There's a need to continue the journey towards self-reliance, Y'all got to catch these words. Through a private sector led growth and transformation economic model. The next 3 decades, the country will make long term investments in future endowments, enhance human capacities, no, capabilities, wrong word, I apologize, strong innovation and technological capability, socioeconomical integrated firms of urbanization, effective and accountable institutions of governments. The country play inherent to strengths which arise from endowment of labor, including a youthful population, fertile agricultural landscape, natural resources, and a good foundation of ICT. So they go back here to this next one. That's why I said you're going to read this. I'm kind of paraphrasing the abridged version. And they talk a little bit about some goals and stuff like that. And then here are the higher achieving goals for the Vision 2050. Number one, let me just break down the goals first because they have pieces underneath that. Economic growth and prosperity. Number two, high quality and standards of life for Rwandans. Hold up. Did I print it? Oh, give me a second. Yep. So then underneath this is what they have and what they want to achieve. Economic growth and prosperity. Specifically, Rwanda aspires to become an upper middle income country by 2035 and a high income country by 2050. And they have a plan for it. Specifically, these are the key economic targets. By 2035, GDP per capita of over USD $4,000. By 2050, GDP per capita of over USD $12,000. And there's a plan. The high quality and standards of life for Rwandans is the aim to achieve high quality and standards of living. Rwanda is built on the home progress the last 2 decades. So in 1994, there was 78% poverty. In 2017, that number is 38% poverty. And they have the aim of eliminating poverty altogether or moving to single digits. They will show how this will be achieved. And all these things are going to go. I'm going to push over. Hey, Deborah, hold up. Hey, neighbor, we talked about this. Why are you saying congrats? How you doing? But we talked about it. So I'm going through the vision plan right now on the live. And then Deborah, how are you doing? Are you in the building like you're here in Rwanda, or you're just in the building like, hey, you clicked in? So these are the pillars, and they go into deeper details with the human development, competitive and integration, agriculture for wealth creation, different pillars, urbanization, and breaking these things down. I could sit here and read all of this. What I am encouraging people to do is to read, because when you have questions and there's additional questions and I can see them, and I'm going to go in here to some others. But when people ask questions about the land law, and the different changes that are being made, what I've recognized is that every single thing that I've seen Parliament doing falls in line with this. And in order to turn around and build these kind of structures, there's decisions that have to be made. There's things that must be done. There's things that needs to be cleaned up. And Rwanda has a vision for itself to be what it needs to be. So they really want to invest based upon this in the economic factor, which is your business and your agriculture. That's how they know that they're going to be able to hit the time marks that they want to hit, is by ensuring that they have business people that are coming in with the intention of creating jobs and training. They have investors that are going to utilize the land to turn around and grow Rwanda's economy and provide jobs and training and be able to become, oh, this food is so good, long life investors. They are wanting to turn around and create these systems. A conclusion. Now, here it is. I want to show you, like, there's these charts in here that gives you a breakdown of what you see. Here, university young population, employment to population ratio. Currently, The baseline of 2020, that is 56.8. Their target in 2035 is going to be 77.4. And then in 2050 is 80.18. So they want their population employment, university young population employment to population ratio that way. They want to do gross domestic expenditure on research and development as a percentage. Currently, it's 0.66%, and that was 2016. They want to move to 1.5 in 2035, 2053. So, for people who are looking here, very first is talk about that. They're creating a stable environment. They're creating and building a Rwanda. When they say Singapore of Africa, that is what they're doing. They've researched, they've gone out there to do that. They've gone out to other countries. They constantly look at infrastructures. They constantly look at what needs to be done to turn around and invest and build this into. And so when they turn around and look at expats coming, or if you're welcome, yes, you are welcome. Yes, people are here, but there's also work to do that we're going to do together. Rwanda is for all Rwandans. And so, like I said, if you want to see this document, I think for anybody who watches my channel who's an investor or looking to invest, you need to have this in your hands. If you're looking to create business or say what you want to do, this is what you want to have in your hands. You want to have this as a backbone so it helps you. Now, let's go ahead and talk to you. It helps you with your vision for what you're trying to do here. Now, I so appreciate my journey. I appreciate my journey because I was talking to my auntie, and we got conflicted on the purpose. Is there a purpose for me being here, or is there a mandate? I like to think in her eyes that this was a mandate. I am so glad that Jay Essence has been able to come and spend the last past year talking about Rwanda, learning about Rwanda, growing, trying, getting my hands dirty. So it comes now to you. And the question is what do you do with this information? Where do you go? What do you grow? If you have these plans, if you're invested, if you're trying to learn, are you saving your money? Are you saving up your time? Are you trying to figure out your energy? Are you trying to make this a long-term plan or a short-term promise? Because Rhonda wants you here for long-term. Rhonda wants you here because if you're here and you're stable, Rhonda becomes stable and stronger. And there's space. I didn't even go through the population numbers. They want to move from 1.8 million to 3.5 million by 2050. That means there's going to be space. But Rhonda is not going to be here for you and you're not able to produce or put or provide into the community. You're not going to be able to turn around and make plans. I think on the fly of the hat, and I can't not speak. I am not the government. I am not the person here. I do not give professional advice. I'm giving you personal opinion. But I do think that a lot of people are expecting handouts sometimes. And I'm not going to say a lot of people. People who are loud come in saying you are trying to ask for handouts sometimes, and this is not the space. They want us to be together with their hand up. So I am reading like everybody's little comments. So I just wanted to kind of come in quickly and just talk to you about the Vision 2050 plan. And like I said, if you want to turn around and email me, you can. It is Jay at my cousin connection. I will simply send it to you. And I think that everybody should have their own time to read it and look at it and know there's a space for you to grow. And then that's where you kind of create your next steps forward. But you want to know the goals. You want to know, and you want to know if your alignment aligns with the alignment of what you want to be a part of. Like, that's it. So the master, I keep on saying master plan, thinking of a master plan, nothing but a mic side of my hand. The Vision 2050. Like I said, I just really touch it down, say what I wanted to say, and kind of touch out. I got some other stuff that I want to do, but that's it. Like, this is quick. This one's going to be quick. So I appreciate everyone saying what they need to say. Thank you. And I'll talk to you later.